Hi, welcome back to Backstage Confessions, episode 15. I'm Dr. Einersens. I'm just checking the costumes for change because I need money for the subway home. That's a quarter. Yeah, so this is a good acting tip. If you have a costume department with your acting studio, go through the costumes, not for your character, for money. Maybe someone left $1, a diamond ring, that's what I'm hoping for. I'll take the last one. So how have you been? Happy Thanksgiving. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? I'll tell you about my Thanksgiving. I spent it with my family. Now, spending Thanksgiving with my family, it's like being in an episode of The Hunger Games. Everybody's ready to shoot. They pull the bow and arrow and those are my sound effects too. So my family, I love them, but you know, a lot of them were texting at the table, and it's like, you know, hi, I'm here, you can have a conversation with me, we don't meet very long, and they're like, no, I got a text, and you know, I'm like, okay. So my family, they haven't seen the show, none of the episodes, but they have a whole lot of notes, a lot of comments, a lot of suggestions. And I said to my mother, I'm like, well, these feel like rules. She's like, no, they're suggestions. I'm like, okay, fine. So here's rule number 1. Don't talk about our family on your show. But I said, but Mom, it's like a writer writes what he knows or what she knows. And then my sister said, don't talk about that side of the family. Don't talk about them. Don't give them airtime. And they're gonna retaliate. I'm like, how are they gonna retaliate? They could sue you for harassment. Harassment? What happened to freedom of speech? What happened to America? I mean, I'm like, oh my God. It's like, you know what my family are? They're bullies. They're threatening me over Thanksgiving dinner about my show. They're like, don't do this, don't do that. And then I said to them, you know, I don't have any money. If that part of the family sues me, I mean, I don't have any money. I mean, I'm just going through, you know, costumes for coins. I mean, you want here, you can have the quarter that I found. We'll split it. So it was sort of a hectic Thanksgiving. You know, I wouldn't recommend going to Thanksgiving anymore. Well, I'm boycotting Christmas. I'm taking a stand. But I kept saying to my family, I said, you know, they were concerned that I mentioned someone in particular, and I said, I never mentioned anybody's names. I just kept, that's all I said at the dinner table. I was a broken record. I'm like, I didn't mention her name. I didn't mention her name. I didn't say 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 her. Well, maybe if you watched and got off your texting to watch me. Oh well. So the reason I'm wearing orange is because my court date's coming up. Jail time could be approaching. Yeah, my mother said, you know, they may be strict on you because of Ferguson. I said, Mom, this is my first offense. I doubt I'm going to jail. I said, Mom, I doubt I'm going to jail. I mean, this is my first offense. And it was hard to tell her, but I felt it was better for her. I wanted to be truthful and honest with her. So we're going to court in 2 weeks. No lawyer yet. I did go to Catholic Charities for financial help, and they said to me, we can't help you. You're too white. Yeah, you're too white. Come back with a tan and an accent and an eviction notice, a real eviction notice, and maybe we'll help you. Thank you for tuning into this Crisis Central Backstage Confessions. Welcome back we were on a break. I had to approve some scenes for Scene Night. Scene Night is here at the Bernie West Theater on December 15th, is it? At 7 p.m., bring your credit cards and your social security numbers, because it's high security here. Passports would be great. We need to make sure that everyone is approved, is legal to watch the show. I'm wearing orange because I may be going to jail, and because of something I did, and it wasn't that bad, but you know what? I read that effeminate men are treated like royalty in jail. So, hallelujah! I'm going places. I think I finally found where I was supposed to be my whole life. Jail, where I'll be treated like a queen. Now, queens are a topic that are in the movies today, actually. Queens, fairies, dragons, monsters. A lot of movies are based on fairy tales. Right now there's Into the Woods with Meryl Streep, Maleficent with Angelina Jolie, and Horrible Bosses, Part 2 with Jennifer Aniston. Now hear me out, Horrible Bosses is really a modern version of Cinderella. Because if you think about it, Cinderella had 3 horrible bosses. She had the mother, the evil stepmother, and then the evil stepsisters. So I am inspired by fairy tales because, well, I'm a fairy. Let's be obvious, people. But only I can say that about me. You can't say it about me. Only I can say that about me. You can't say that about me. So I'm going to show you, because I'm a cartoonist, a starving artist, I'm going to promote and show you my version of fairy tales. They're called F'd up fairy tales. And our first fairy tale character is Rapunzel. And she says, "My name is Rapunzel. I live in a tower. I charge by the hour." She's a prostitute if you're slow. And I would never do that. I would never charge by the hour. I would charge by the day, but not the hour. Now we have, next up is Goldilocks, and this is her mugshot. She was arrested for breaking and entering into the 3 Bears' house. Yes. And the 3 Bears, they had a really good lawyer. I think it was the one from Damages, it's Glenn Close's character. Really good lawyer, and so Goldilocks was sent to jail, and she actually was given the electric chair. But this is what happened with Goldilocks and the electric chair. This electric chair is too big. And then she goes to the other electric chair. This electric chair is too small. And you get the picture. So we're moving on. We're moving on to the Snow White. Snow White and her 7 enablers. Now, I've been enabled, I've enabled people, enabling is a part of American society. So we have Snow White, and she's doing cocaine, which is, on the street it's called Snow White. I learned that, I can't tell you. And I don't do drugs, so anyway. So the Snow White and her 7 enablers are, of course, there's Happy, there's Sleepy, there's Doc, who prescribes pills if you need them. There's Sneezy, there's Grumpy, who's saying, "Let's go," and he's tapping his foot. There's Dope, or Dopey. And in the back, there's Bashful. Moving on to Malice in Wonderland. Now, Malice is inspired by a former TGW actor, Malice Ann Robinson. Very evil woman. I'm kidding. She's a wonderful person and a great dancer and a good actor, and she does a great cat impersonation. So this is Malice in Wonderland. There's the Mad Hatter, who's saying, "The sun finally came out," and then Alice is seated next to him, and she's saying, "I knew it was gay." And then you have the rabbit who says, "Another queen," Queen of Hearts. Gay men are referred to as queens because they think they're royalty. And hopefully in prison, I'll be royalty. I can't wait. I'm excited. I don't really want to go to jail. I really don't want to go to jail. But if it happens, it happens. I can't fight it. I have no money for a good lawyer. So, and this finally is Cinderella. Now, Cinderella is here, and her motto is ABC, always be cleaning. And she works for the evil SpongeBob, who is her stepmother. And if you notice, Cinderella is using a sponge to clean the table, and that's why I drew SpongeBob. Now, Tom says acting is great details. Well, I think storytelling and cartooning is in the great details. And to sum up Tom teaches that acting is a meeting of a crisis and dealing with it. And I think comedy is a meeting of a crisis and not dealing with it. You could text, you could go through costumes. Andrea Munson, she's a former TGW actor. She's getting married. What about this dress? It will bring out your eyes. Thanks so much for watching.